Hello. Okay, so I get this question a lot. Why study fashion? Now, I get this question often at open days or emailed to me or via social channels, but people I think are really asking how can they sustain a career in a creative industry? Well, it's a simple one, I think. So, I'm going to talk to you about why you should study fashion design by telling you what fashion is. Okay, 5 quick steps. Here we go. Well, okay. Well, fashion's everywhere. So if step one is fashion is everywhere, then really do you need any more? Well, we'll talk. But fashion is everywhere. 8 billion people every single day get up and engage with our industry. Now, that is really, really exciting. It places us in a very privileged position to change society, to shape the way that the world is seen and the way that the world sees itself. But, well, let's talk about that. What do you mean fashion's everywhere? Well, fashion's obviously what we wear, yes. But what else is fashion? Well, it's what we watch, the shows that we watch, how we watch them. It's what we buy, when we buy, the products that we get. It's what we do, the activities, the pastimes, the holidays. It's what we taste, the food we eat, how we eat it. Somehow everyone's obsessed with banana bread right now. It's what we hear, the music we listen to, the sounds we listen to, the podcasts we listen to. It's what we smell, the flowers we buy for our house, the perfume we anoint our bodies with. These things are all fashion. It's what we see, it's the art we consume, the theatre we consume, the film we consume. Well, that must mean that fashion is everything. Well, it is. Fashion's everything. Everything that we encounter in our human existence is fashion. It moves in and out of fashion along a trajectory. So if fashion is everything, what else is it? It can't be anything else. Well, let's not forget, fashion is a business. It's worth £26 billion to the UK economy and 800,000 jobs. It's the largest creative industry in the country. Now, this is just the UK. Don't forget, fashion is an enormous global industry, touching every single person on Earth every day. Here's a list of logos, or as a slide of all these different logos of places that our students have gone to over the last year or so. And you can see it spans the globe from India to Australia, Europe, the US, through to the UK, and all different parts of the industry, from high street fashion to haute couture to manufacturing to technical fashion to day wear, night wear, and everything in between. Fashion's enormous. Now, number 3, fashion is communication. Now, this is really important. It allows us to communicate who we are as a person, it allows us to construct our identity. And we do this through 2 different ways. Firstly, through the use of signs and symbols within a given culture, and this is called the semiotics of fashion. Now, the example of this we could see might be like someone wearing a Welsh rugby jersey on the street. You can probably make a pretty clear assumption that that person follows Wales in the rugby. Now, how we feel in clothes is the other side of this coin. It's called enclothed cognition, how we feel when we're clothes. Now, we could say these are both studies, fields of study in their own right, but they're connected to fashion in a very, very clear way. So think about the way you dress up for a party, or the way you feel when you're dressed up for a wedding, for example. Or in the example before, the way you might feel if you were wearing a Welsh jersey and going to a game. You might feel part of a big community, a big group, and that might make you feel powerful and strong. That's enclothed cognition. Now, fashion is really unique in the creative industries. Most creative industries have what we call a two-way visual conversation between the creator of the piece and the person looking at the piece, the creator and the audience. Now, fashion is exciting in the sense that we have a wearer, we have a third person, and we call this the triadic discourse. So a three-way visual communication that the creator, the designer, the stylist, the creative director, the marketeer, the graphic designer, all these different people, they have to understand how the audience is going to respond when they see those designs. But they also have to understand how the wearer is going to feel when they wear those designs. That's really exciting and very unique among the creative industries. Number 4, fashion is problem solving. Yes, design is all about problem solving, and fashion is no different. Designers explore wicked problems associated with the fashion industry, such as sustainability, ethics, consumption, and body image. It has a real position of power to be able to make significant change in these areas. And we're seeing real shifts in that at the moment. You know, I've been teaching fashion for 1,000 years. And when I first started, fashion was very, very elitist, very, very anti-sustainability, very, very unethical, and very pro-consumption. We're seeing real shifts in that as new generations of designers and creatives come through, and new generations of consumers want to change their minds. We're solving those problems as we speak. But this makes designers excellent problem solvers and gives them amazing transferable skills. There are so many industries around the UK and around the world, businesses not associated with fashion, who are hiring fashion designers and other designers because of their amazing problem solving skills, because they're able to connect all the dots and connect different people to create simple, clear solutions to complex problems. It's an exciting skill set that will take you very far. And here we have maybe some ways that designers solve problems. And you can see they do it by sketching, or by playing with waste materials, or by drawing, or by creating mock-ups and prototypes. This is not unique to fashion, but an exciting way to think visually. Number 5, is this my last one? Fashion is technology. Fashion's at the forefront of all technology. From the look and feel of your new phone to the skin available for your avatar on Fortnite, fashion is how technology gets adopted. It becomes popular and people want it. Think about the high tech involved in your phone, in your trainers, in your raincoat. These things are very technical garments or very technical objects, and they're adopted. The technology is adopted because of fashion. It is fashionable to use social media, therefore people are using it. Somehow people are using TikTok. That is fashionable. I don't know why, but there we go. Okay, I think here we go. Right, so here is some exploration of technology. On the top left, we have an exploration of 3D design. Now, this is becoming increasingly popular. We teach this at USW. Students using virtual spaces to create designs in a virtual world. We're becoming increasingly more digital in the way that we live our lives. What we've got at the bottom here is some fun pop culture here with a Tiger King reference by one of our graduates, Tori Coleman. And next to it, we've got a costume for Christina Aguilera designed by Gareth Pugh and one of our graduates, Paige Leitz. And then we have some Iris van Herpen on the right here with some 3D printing. And at the top here, we have some technical drawing. Now, this is all part of technology. It used to be done by hand. Now it's done digitally. This whole world is shifting, and fashion is at the forefront of this. Bonus! Fashion is fun. This is the best part, and here's why you should study fashion. It is really fun. You get to do crazy things, and you get to live a life and become a person that you never thought you would. And it is the most exciting thing in the world to do. It allows us to play with identity, have fun with the way we look, and it's an opportunity to experiment and find out who you really are. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow us on Instagram and check us out.